Okay, so our discussion will be with investment in debt securities or more commonly known as bonds. So, ano ba tong bond na to? So, this is a formal unconditional promise made under seal to pay a specified sum of money at a determinable future date and to make periodic interest payment at a stated rate until the principal sum is paid. Now, kung isa-isahin natin, ang babayaran dito is syempre specified sum of, okay, wait lang. Okay, specified sum of money. Okay, kailan? Kailangan determinable yung future date. So this is one of what separates bonds from shares from equity securities because it is paid at a determinable future date. Pag equity securities kasi walang determinable future date. Kung kailan mo i-withdraw yung investment mo, kung kailan mo balak, walang determined date talaga yon. Unlike pag bonds, merong determinable future date. And to make periodic interest payments. So, magbabayad ng interest at a stated rate. So, ang babayarang interest ay kung ano yung nakalagay dun sa tinatawag na bond. Okay. Now, ano ba tong bond na to in the point of view of an investor? Kasi ang mga businesses, pag nangangailangan ng pondo, there are two things they can do to acquire a specific sum of money. So, pwedeng magbenta sila ng shares or pwedeng magbenta ng bonds. Okay? Now, pag sinabing magbebenta ng shares, mag-i-issue sila ng shares, magkakaroon ng ownership yung investor sa kanila. Okay? Whereas pag bonds, okay, in a sense, ang term nila is nag-issue ng bonds. Okay? Pag nag-issue ng bonds, ang tendency niyan is si investor pinautang si investee. Okay? Pinautang niya. So, in a sense, hindi siya, by the way, there's no such thing as bond receivable. Okay? So, normally kasi, ang liability ng kabila, receivable sa kabila. Okay? Hindi naman yun absolute. So, pagdating naman sa bonds payable, yung nag-issue ng bonds, liability niya to, bonds payable. Pero dun sa point of view nung nag-acquire ng bonds, this is an investment. Okay? So, more commonly known as investment in debt securities. Okay? Now, what are other common differences? So, a bond is a debt security while a share is an equity security. Okay? Now, ang payout ng debt security is interest while the payout of equity securities is dividend. So, what's the difference between the two? Ang dividend kasi is uncertain yan. Pabago-bago yan. Depende sa performance ng company. While ang interest, fixed yan. So, whether kumita or malugi yung company, kailangan bayaran niya yung mga investor nung specific interest. Okay? So, low risk yung investment na to. Kasi, yung risk na mag-change yung value niya, wala. Kasi fixed yung rate niya. Okay? Now, how do we measure investment in debt securities? So, we have two measurements, no? General measurements, we can classify it as financial assets, okay, at fair value. So, I forgot, at fair value. Okay? O kaya, pwede natin classify yan as investment in amortized cost or yung tinatawag nating held to maturity securities. Okay? Held to maturity securities. Pag financial assets, like dun sa equity securities natin, pwede i-classify yan as fair value through profit or loss, o kaya held for trading, o kaya trading securities, o kaya fair value through other comprehensive income. Now, yung fair value through profit or loss is by irrevocable designation yan. So, i-designate mo siya through profit or loss. Pero pag held for trading yan, okay, pag yan ay binili mo para lang, okay, bili-benta. So, ang idea nito is gusto mo lang na speculate. Gusto mo lang magkaroon ng another source of income. Okay? So, yan yung held for sale. In both cases, pareho treatment natin dito. Okay? Pareho yung accounting rather. Okay? Pag fair value through other comprehensive income, yung business model mo, okay, kaya in-acquire mo yung investment is collecting contractual cash flows and by selling the financial assets. Okay? Now, and then, the contractual cash flows are solely payments of the principal and interest on the principal amount outstanding. Okay? So, ang purpose mo talaga dito is makakolekta ng pera and at the end of the period, maibebenta mo siya. Okay? Ano naman ang difference ng mga yan, ng financial assets fair value sa investment in amortized cost. So, ang business model kasi ng investment in amortized cost, i-hold yung financial assets in order to collect cash flows on specified dates. Okay? And the contractual tawag dito is solely for payment. So pareho sila. So kung pansin nyo, pareho sila dito. Saan nagkaiba si comprehensive income tsaka investment in amortized cost? Dito sa una. Okay? Ang purpose kasi ni investment in amortized cost is as much as possible, i-hold mo yung investment na yan hanggang sa dulo ng investment term. Okay? Si other comprehensive income, hindi ganon. Okay? So, may tawag dito, may portion si other comprehensive income na, okay, para siyang investment in amortized cost, pero mine-measure mo siya at fair value. Okay? Now, ang purpose niya dito is, syempre, makakolekta ka ng cash flow and then, ibebenta mo yung financial asset. So, ang purpose mo dito sa fair value through other comprehensive income na measurement is, oo, at fair value through profit or loss siya, pero may bala ka rin namang ibenta, pero hindi yun talaga yung purpose mo. Unlike dito na talagang, ang purpose mo talaga, bibili ako at tumaas presyo, ibebenta. Ganun agad. Pag fair value through other comprehensive income, tinitake into account mo yung nakokolekta mong interest, and then, kung kinakailangan or kung kinakailangan lang naman, saka mo lang siya ibebenta. Pero wala sa isip mo na i-hold siya up to maturity date. Okay? By the way, what if the problem is silent? If the problem is silent, ang investment in debt securities will be treated as amortized cost. Okay? So, kung pansin nyo, puro designation tong financial assets na to. Now, we go to the basic problems, which is yung financial assets at fair value through profit or loss. So, basically, i-apply lang natin dito, parang paghahaluin natin dito yung theory ng financial assets at fair value through profit or loss, tsaka theory ng receivable. Okay? So, paano yon? Okay? So, at the beginning of the current year, okay, Icon Company acquired bonds with face amount of 4 million at a cost of 3,761. So, kung mapapansin nyo, ang sabi dyan, the bonds are held for trading. So, ibig sabihin, dinesignate talaga siya as trading. So, mukha lang siyang mahirap, pero madali lang siya talaga. Okay? So, kung for trading yan, ibig sabihin, i-measure mo siya at fair value. Okay? So, paano ba to? Now, nag-acquire ka, saan yan? At a cost of 3,761. So, ang entry mo dito ay, dahil financial assets, at held for trading yan, financial assets at fair value through profit and loss, and then cash. Now, paano pag may transaction cost? Tulad nung dati, pag through profit or loss, expensed yun. Okay? 3,761. Okay? 3,761,000. Okay. Parang ito lang din yung sir, yung dating investment in equity securities na financial assets at fair value to profit or loss. Exactly. Pareho lang sila. Kung paano nyo i-treat yun, ganun din to i-measure. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng unrealized gain tsaka unrealized loss. Ano ang pinagkaiba nila? Ang pinagkaiba lang nila dun sa investment in equity securities, dividends ang natatanggap mo. Dito sa debt securities, ang natatanggap mo ay interest. So, bonds pay interest of 12% semi-annually on January 1 and July 1 and mature after 4 years. Okay? So, beginning of the current year, ibig sabihin, January yan. So, kailan ang sunod? So, this is January 1. Kailan ang next na bayaran yan? So, makakakolekta ka ng interest July 1. So, sa July 1, anong entry ko? Lagay mo dito, interest. Makakolekta ka ng interest Interest, hindi. Makakolekta ka ng interest. So, dapat, ang makukuha mo ay, kita mo to So, makakatanggap ka ng cash. And then, lagay mo dito, interest, income. So, instead na dividend income ang natatanggap mo dito sa debt securities, interest ang natatanggap mo. Now, ano yan? Bonds pay 12% semi-annually. Ano ang lagi mong basis netong interest na to na natatanggap? Ang lagi mong basis ay face amount, hindi yung cost. Ang basis mo, yung face amount. So, 4 million times 12%. Okay? So, this is 480,000. Okay? Pagdating ng end of the year, sabi dyan, the bonds have an effective yield of 14% and are quoted at 105. Pag ganito na held for trading o kaya financial assets at fair value, i-disregard mo tong effective interest rate. Kasi ito ay ginagamit lang pag siya ay designated as amortized cost. So, panggulo lang yan. Now, kinote daw siya at 105. So, magkano ba yung ano ba yung 105 na yan? Pag may mga nakita kayong mga ganito, this would mean percentage yan. So, anong 105? Kung ito siya, dati, 4 million, multiply mo sa 105%, okay, anong lalabas? So, ang lalabas dyan is 50%, 2 million, 5%, 200,000, 4.2 million. So, ibig sabihin daw, ang value daw ng financial assets ko ay 4.2 nung December 31. Okay? Anong ibig sabihin? So, sa December 31, tulad ng financial assets at fair value to profit or loss, 3761 siya dati, naging 42. So, anong gagawin ko dun sa difference na yan? So, yung difference na yan will be treated as, ulit lang natin. Okay. Okay. So, 4.2 minus 3761, that would give us 439. Okay? So, anong gagawin ko dito sa difference na 439? At bakit, sir, kailangan ko siyang i-remeasure? Kasi nga, tinitreat siya at financial assets at fair value. Ibig sabihin, kailangan i-measure mo siya at fair value. Okay? So, kung 3761 siya dati at dapat i-measure ko sa ng 4.2, so tumaas ang value niya. So, anong gagawin ko sa pagtaas na yan? Financial assets at fair value through profit or loss, unrealized gain, financial assets at fair value through profit or loss. Okay? Magkano yan? 439,000. Okay? Now, as you can see, ang next na bayaran ng interest ay kinabukasan. So, ano sabi? So, accounting 1 would indicate na meron tayong accrued interest. So, January, yung bayaran ng next na interest. Okay? Yung interest mo, January and July. So, yung July, nakolekta mo na. Yung January, hindi pa. Pero, syempre, may dumaan ng time na 6 months. Oh, rather, 6 months lang pala. Okay? So, kung 6 months to, hindi dapat to 480. Sorry ba? Okay? So, 480,000 times 6/12. Dapat pala 240. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Now, paano yung another 240 sa January 1? Kailangan i-treat mo na siya as income ngayon kasi may dumaan ng time. Okay, so this is accounting 1. Interest income and then interest receivable. Now, ang main takeaway dito is magkano ang interest income mo? 480 pa rin. Okay. Per year So again, ang kailangan tingnan nyo dito, dahil financial assets at fair value through profit or loss siya ay nire-remeasure sa fair value. Okay? Any difference between the fair value will be treated as unrealized gain or unrealized loss tulad nung dati. Okay? Now, anong difference nila ni equity securities? Si equity securities, yung natatanggap niya ay dividend. Kaya dati cash dividend income. O in this case, dahil debt securities yan, interest ang natatanggap. So, cash, interest income. Interest income. Okay? We go to eto, no? Second example, no?